Assalamualaikum and a good day to my supervisor, Dr. NUR binti Abdul Aziz, and to my panel, Dr. Johaini binti Jabar. My name is HIDAYAH binti JAWI. My metric number is B0619104424. My title for my final year project is the factor that influence the use of electronic wallet payment system among students in Malaysia. First, I will present about research background. Electronic wallet payment system are known as e-wallet or digital wallet. E-wallet is an application that has the same function as a physical wallet, that is to store money, debit card, credit card and even bank account information in the form of digital application. E-wallet also have the same functionality as debit card, but differentiate them is that all individual can register online and for free. Furthermore, online shopping and online banking have also led to a sharp increase in the use of e-payment. This is my problem statement. Malaysia has a population of 29.4 million people, but only 8% of them use e-wallet. The majority of Malaysians choose non-cash payment method such as debit card and online banking, despite the fact that e-wallet has existed for a long time in Malaysia, but its use is still in its infancy. Therefore, Malaysia now have access to digital wallet technology whose use is still limited because the majority of Malaysians do not know the benefit of mobile e-wallet. Consumers find it difficult for them to decide when to use a digital wallet. Consumers prefer to use a debit or credit card, that is their habit. Nowadays, there are a handful of people who prefer to use electronic wallet over paper money. However, the acceptance rate of electronic wallet in Malaysia is still low compared to other countries. This study focuses on the three objectives. First is to study the relationship between ease of use, usefulness, security, and social influence factor that influence the use of electronic wallet payment system among students. The second objective to study the purpose of using electronic wallet payment system among students. And the third objective is to study the most significant factor that influence the use of electronic wallet payment system among students. This is my research question. First, what is the significant relationship between ease of use, usefulness, security, and social influence factor that influence the use of electronic wallet payment system among students? What is the purpose of using electronic wallet payment system among students? And the last is, what is the most significant factor that influence the use of electronic wallet payment system among students? This is my conceptual framework. This conceptual framework is referred to technology acceptance model. For construct dependent variable is the use of electronic wallet payment system among students, and for construct independent variable is ease of use, usefulness, security, and social influence. This is research hypothesis. First, there are no significant relationship between perceived ease of use factor that influence the use of electronic wallet payment system among students. Second, there are no significant relationship between perceived usefulness factor that influence the use of electronic wallet payment system among students. The third hypothesis is there are no significant relationship between perceived security factor that influence the use of electronic wallet payment system among students. And the last hypothesis is there are no significant relationship between social influence factors that influence the use of electronic wallet payment system among students. This is my research methodology. Study design. This study is a descriptive and inferential cross-sectional survey study. Descriptive research is research that aims to explain a phenomenon that is happening or explore an area that has not been or is less studied. This study aims to examine the factor that influence the use of electronic wallet payment system among students. Data were obtained through a questionnaire distributed to all population used as respondent of the study, namely all students of the Faculty of Technology Management and Technopreneurship. The cross-research type survey method uses questionnaire because it is a logical, scientific and specific form of instrument. Each piece of information was interpreted quantitatively. Questionnaires are a frequently used instrument in descriptive. The instruments used are in the form. The data collection method that will be discussed are focused on data source. The data source used in this study was primary data. Primary data sources are one of the main sources of knowledge for such data. It is one of the ways in which researchers obtain data for a particular research project. Primary data can also be obtained in a variety of ways. Study sample. Location of study is at University Technical Malaysia Melaka, UTM. The study population selected by the researchers in the study was a total of 350 respondents in semester 6 students at University Technical Malaysia Melaka, UTM. A sample is a portion of a set of respondents selected from a large population for the purpose of a study. The use of the study sample is sufficient without using the entire study population, that is by using the correct sampling method. Next is research instrument. A set of questionnaires were designed to obtain feedback from respondents. The instrument used in the study was in the form of a questionnaire. This questionnaire contained two parts, namely, Part A deals with student personal information. Part B is the factor that influence the use of electronic wallet payment system among students. Data analysis. Once all the written forms have been collected, the next step is to analyze the data. Data analysis was performed using the program The Statistical Package for the Social Science version 26 SPSS. The findings of the analysis are displayed in the tabular form showing the frequency, mean and percentage. Researchers proceeded. Correlation is to obtain a measurement of the relationship between the two variables. The researchers will use the interpretation as shown in the table. Reliability means trust, which is the accuracy and precision of the measuring instrument used. The instrument can be measured using the Cronbach alpha method. Index value test on good instruments should exceed 0.60. In conclusion, the researchers want to know what is the most significant factor that influence use of electronic wallet payment system among students in Malaysia, especially students semester 6 University Technical Malaysia Melaka.